Hi, this is Jack again. We are now where, okay, let's take another situation, because most human beings experience these events in their world. Sitting on a table, there are many people around, and now we're at, remember what I'm talking about here in terms of these conversations are when you are already have become this experience. So it's like watching the first video, first playing it, proving to yourself, etc. Watch the second one and then watch this one. As you continue in your process of self-realization, of your allocation as a self-realization, as you. So you're sitting around a table and you have a few human beings, at this table. Now, before your application of your location point, your location expression of yourself here within this system concept, but not of it, being self-honest with you in every moment, using and applying self-forgiveness, becoming the silence that is you, and proving that yourself of only I remain. That's it, only I remain, silence, absolute. And you're sitting around this table and all of a sudden the movement occur again within you. Now in the previous video I've explained the movement is the necessity of you as an expression of you to show you that you're required to express yourself in a specific way. Now, this movement is you. In other words, you're not going to know how to express, what in terms of what to say and what to do. Because otherwise, you would influence the outcome. If you were to know beforehand what to do and what's going to happen, like someone's told to you, it's going to become knowledge again, and not an expression of you as you. One with you. So, when you experience the movement, again, around people, on a table, and you just start speaking, understand that there'll come words out of your mouth that you would have never expected to say. Ever. Because the words that will come will be the pure expression of you in that moment. Because you don't know what you're going to do, what you're going to say. It's pure expression. You just become that movement as the entirety of you, and you just act and speak. One. For instance, usually you'd sit around this table with the people and they talk bullshit, which would influence you, which you've allowed to influence you many times, but you'd hold it out, you'd sit there, keep your mouth shut, just keep quiet, just calm down, just keep quiet, leave it be, it's just another hour or two, then I'm leaving. This time, after your diligent commitment application to self, you've placed yourself at the location of yourself as the silence that is you, experience this movement and here it comes. So, this time you actually stand up, you slam your hand on the table and you say, I've had enough. Take your handbag or bag or coat or whatever and you walk out the door. And then you get in your car and you leave. That would obviously be something that you'd never do in front of family members or friends. But that was the expression that was required in that moment. And then when you get into the car, you see you're silent. Again, once more. So, or you sitting around the table and you hear, and there's the movement of you again, and you just start speaking. You just start pointing out to you just start speaking to these people. When there's silence, you're silent. Nothing of what you've said influences you because it's said, it's done, you look, you're silent, and you just continue what is it you continued. If they have any comments, if there's any movement, you express accordingly. If there's just silence, you don't say anything. So that's also a key. If you're silent as you and you have people communicating with you and there's nothing moving within you, don't speak. Just don't interact. It is always very specific because it's you. And as you express you from that moment perspective, understand that you won't in that moment understand why you had to do it in that specific way. But maybe later on you will. It's the same, I've experienced it so many times. I do a certain application that seems way off par with anything that I'd considered doing in that moment. But then when I look back, I go, I see. But I understand also why I couldn't see it in that moment, because otherwise it wouldn't have gotten to where I'd gotten now, but went completely haywire. So, and if you don't honor yourself in that moment of when you experience the movement and you express yourself, you'll become bloody frustrated. You'll become frustrated, you'll become angry, you'll become irritated extensively, because you didn't honor you in that moment. So, then you express it tenfold and more influence the moment than actually directing it as you. So, I suggest honor you in such moments and express yourself. Thank you very much. This is Jack.